Hi, this is Tim Trevathan with Tim Trevathan Homes, and today we're going to circle back to Johns Creek to see what new developments have taken place since I last covered the city in 2022. Not to give anything away, but one of the cons from last time got a major glow up and has become the best pro in the stack. I can't wait to share the updates with you. One thing that I will share right now is that Johns Creek was recently named the #1 city to live in all of the US. And to be considered the best place to live, different metrics were used to determine the results, including good value, desirability, strong job market, and high quality of life. So let's do a quick recap on Johns Creek. For starters, it's a suburban city located about 25 miles north of downtown Atlanta. This strategic location offers residents easy access to Atlanta's bustling city center, while maintaining a quieter suburban atmosphere back at home. To the west of Johns Creek, you'll find Alpharetta. To the south, you'll find Duluth, and to the east, just past the Chattahoochee River, you'll find Suwanee. With a population of just over 85,000, Johns Creek ranks larger than 98% of US cities. The area boasts a striking median household income of roughly $132,000, which is more than double the national average. Remarkably, 88% of its residents hold a bachelor's degree or higher, illustrating the community's strong emphasis on education. Embracing diversity, Johns Creek stands out with a non-white population that hovers around 46.2%, exceeding the national average by 12%. But it's not quite the melting pot you'll see in nearby cities like Beaufort. If you haven't checked out my video on Beaufort, I'll put a link in the description below because I think it makes a great comparison city to Johns Creek. I was even surprised by what I learned about Beaufort when I recorded the updated video myself. But swinging back to Johns Creek, the racial and ethnic composition of the city shows a significant Asian community, making up 33.2% of the population. This includes a prominent 15.4% of residents who claim Indian heritage, which is much higher than in many other US cities. Other significant Asian groups include Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, and Japanese residents. Besides that, Johns Creek's demographic profile also highlights its family-centric population, with many families consisting of parents aged 45 through 59 and children in their early to late teens. So overall, mature families tend to settle in Johns Creek, and given the price point to buy into the market, it makes sense. That's not to say Johns Creek can't appeal to young families. It does. But if you want to keep your options open after watching this video, I've got a couple of recommendations for you at the end. Some of my friends do live in Johns Creek, but I will say that they bought back in 2018 and 2019 when the home prices were yet to skyrocket. Now you really have to come with a huge sum of money for a down payment. Now, if you're wondering what kind of jobs are in Johns Creek, the workforce is predominantly spread across professional and technical services, which accounts for nearly a quarter of the city's employment spectrum. This sector encompasses high-skill fields such as finance, engineering, computer services, and scientific research. If you work in any of these fields, Johns Creek might actually make the short list of places to buy a home. Did you know? In 2023, the city of Johns Creek became the first municipality in the state of Georgia to be recognized as a gold-level BioReady community, meaning the city has demonstrated a commitment to supporting the biotechnology industry. This distinctive honor was presented to the city at the Georgia Life Sciences Summit. Organized by Georgia Bio, this nonprofit organization promotes the interests and growth of the life sciences industry in Georgia. Okay, so moving on to the housing market. I've got to be honest with you, the competition is pretty fierce. My go-to site, redfin.com, other than FMLS that us realtors use, rates the competition factor at 83 out of 100. So Johns Creek really is a go big or go home kind of market. The median sales price for homes just recently was at about $783,000, reflecting a 12.6% increase from last year. Just to put that number into perspective, the median price per square foot is climbing up to $250. When it comes to how long homes stay on the market, potential buyers are looking at a 17-day window on average, which is 10 days longer than last year, but still not a very long time overall. And here's the real kicker: 40% of homes are being sold above the listing price. Ouch! Believe it or not, that's actually down 7.3% from last year when half the homes were selling above the listing price. With all that said, the competition is rough for a reason. Johns Creek has a lot to offer, and after you hear what they've got planned for the next 10 years, you might decide to put on the gloves and get in the ring too. Let's revisit some of the pros and cons to see if they still stack up to the same as they did a few years back. In my 2022 video highlighting the top 5 pros and cons of living in Johns Creek, I noted that the city was well maintained, had excellent schools, was recognized for being safe, had great parks and outdoor recreations, and finally, a long and diverse list of dining options. On the cons list, I talked about the lack of affordable homes, the traffic congestion, the low number of big box stores, and the high number of homeowners associations. For the most part, these things have only changed in the slightest way, but there is one thing I didn't note. One pro that never made the list and has never made the list in any other video I've published is the city's actual website. I know that might seem like a small thing, but I have to say it is impressive on 2 fronts. The first is transparency. The city offers a lot of information through a data hub that provides information on almost every aspect of the city. It's very much like getting to look under the hood of a car. Residents who want to stay informed about local government activities appreciate this level of transparency. The Johns Creek website boasts a clean and user-friendly design. It's easy to navigate, and they make it simple for residents, potential residents, and business owners to find the information they're looking for. If nothing else, the website demonstrates the extent to which the city embraces technology and innovation. And the second thing is that the content on the site is actually engaging. The city has a lot of activities for residents to participate in, and once again, they make it easy to get involved. When it comes to the other pros and cons, the city continues to be well maintained in part by an efficient public services sector and those pesky HOAs all over the place. And we have to give credit where it's due, because thanks to those HOAs, Johns Creek looks like a sparkling gem. The public schools still rock. Johns Creek High School ranks 17th in the state out of 451 total high schools. Austry Mill Middle School ranks 36th out of 578 schools. And Shake Rag Elementary School ranks 27th out of 1,218 schools. But what about safety? More people means more problems, right? Well, since my last video, Johns Creek has climbed up on the ranks on Neighborhood Scout's list of safest cities in America, going from number 29 to 23. Not only is Johns Creek still among the safest cities in the country, but take a look at this. Most cities are considered safe because they're small. Less people, less crime. However, Johns Creek has 3 times more residents than Colleyville, Texas, which ranks at 21, and twice as many residents as the city after it on the list. And it still manages to pull in stellar scores. If that doesn't speak to safety, I don't know what does. Plus, the news gets even better. Even though the population is growing in Johns Creek, the growth hasn't compromised the city's safety. Safewise.com placed Johns Creek at number 2 on their list of the top 100 safest cities in America on account of a collective drop in both violent and property crime rates. So if all these things are more or less the same, why even consider Johns Creek? Well, now is a good time to get into the city's newest development. When I shot my last video, I listed the absence of a town center and a historic district as a major con for Johns Creek. Most cities, even small cities, have a central place where residents can gather to foster a sense of community. Town centers are especially good for local businesses that literally benefit from being at the center of attention, while historic districts improve tourism and help residents feel more connected to their city. Well, Johns Creek is rolling out a brand new vision for a town center, and it is nothing short of amazing. Discussions about this project date back to March 2020. However, the plans for the new town center weren't officially approved until October 2021. At the heart of the Johns Creek Town Center vision are 5 key themes: arts, culture, wellness, sustainability, and innovation. These themes were carefully chosen to reflect the community's values and aspirations, ensuring that the town center becomes a place that resonates with everyone. While the city may not have much land left to develop, it is maximizing its existing resources by repurposing current assets and structures. The first phase of the Town Center project is monumental and marked by the exciting announcement of 2 key advancements. The first is the creation of the Medley Johns Creek mixed-use development, spearheaded by Toro Development, which will bring together retail, residential, and office spaces in a dynamic and integrated environment. At the same time, Boston Scientific, a global medical technology company, is set to establish a new research and logistics hub in the new town center, further cementing Johns Creek's reputation as a thriving location for innovation. Considering the sum of all parts, many residents will find that they can eat, work, and play right there in the town center. The 55-acre campus envisioned for Boston Scientific's hub is expected to generate numerous jobs and garner substantial capital investment. With nearly all of the 20 identified infrastructure projects already underway, the city is on track to complete this ambitious plan within the next 10 years. Folks who purchase a home now could see their property values take a steep climb once these projects are finished. Next up, the city is also breathing new life into the Medlock Crossing Shopping Center and the surrounding corners at the intersection of Medlock Bridge Road and State Bridge Road. Here, the goal is to enhance connectivity throughout the shopping center, improve walkability, and create vibrant open spaces for residents to enjoy. The area around Target, for example, includes a neglected green space that the city plans to transform into a pocket park. Not only will the revamped park serve as a hub connecting different parts of the shopping center, but it will be an ideal spot for shoppers to take a minute and unwind before exploring the rest of the plaza. The plan also includes a proposal for a tunnel beneath State Bridge Road to ensure a safer, more convenient way for pedestrians to cross between the different shopping centers. Moreover, Johns Creek plans to create a main boulevard to streamline traffic through the area and reduce bottlenecks. Oh, and my earlier observation about the absence of a historic downtown won't be a concern much longer. The plan includes highlighting the historic Warsaw School building as part of a new historic walkway. This walkway will stretch from Johns Creek High School to State Bridge Road, giving residents and visitors an opportunity to explore the rich history of the Warsaw area and its significance to the city. Last but not least, since my last video, the city of Johns Creek has inaugurated Cauley Creek Park. The park is the fulfillment of a long-time vision, and over the past 18 months, the park's development has focused on 3 key features designed to enhance the outdoor experience for residents. One of the park's standout features is its expansive field area. Here, visitors will find multi-purpose rectangular fields perfect for soccer, lacrosse, and other sports, alongside a playground that's sure to be a hit with younger visitors. With ample parking and beautifully designed buildings, this area is set to be a central hub for recreation. As you enter the park, the courts area is the first thing that catches your eye. This section is home to a variety of sports courts, including futsal, volleyball, basketball, and the increasingly popular pickleball. The courts area also houses the park's office and a station for the Johns Creek Police, ensuring a safe and well-managed environment for all visitors. Speaking of pickleball, I've gone there several times with friends to play, and I tell you, it is packed. For those who love to run or walk, Cauley Creek Park offers a signature 5K trail that winds around the entire property. This rubberized trail provides a comfortable and scenic route for runners, with a staging area on the west side of the park designed for races and events. Whether you're training for a race or just enjoying a leisurely walk, this trail is a fantastic addition to the park. So which type of buyer does Johns Creek appeal to the most? Generally speaking, Johns Creek is quickly becoming the go-to destination for more mature families and established professionals, and it's easy to see why. This vibrant city offers top-rated public schools, safe and beautiful neighborhoods, and an array of amenities like updated parks and recreational facilities, making it perfect for raising a family. Given the price of entry, upscale housing options, and strong community infrastructure within close proximity to key business hubs, Johns Creek attracts a lot of established professionals, as well as couples who tend to have dual incomes and plan to start a family. However, with a median home value of around $783,000, I know many hopeful buyers could easily get priced out of Johns Creek or outbid for a home. That's why I have not one, but 2 additional recommendations that could work as a plan B or a new plan A. Buford, Georgia, and Suwanee. Each of these cities share a lot of similarities with Johns Creek in terms of diversity, great schools, and a strong sense of community. But the real estate market in Buford offers many more opportunities for young families and first-time homebuyers, while Suwanee has a greater inventory of new construction homes, and the city is more accommodating to multi-generational families. I've dropped links in the description to updated videos on both cities, so check them out and you get a sense of your options. Just as a first-hand experience, Johns Creek definitely is the go-to place, and I'm helping one client right now moving from New York City to Johns Creek. For a person such as them to move here, the income that they have for the kind of median home price, which is a lot higher in New York City than here, makes it a smooth transition to get to Johns Creek, unlike a lot of the locals that already live here. So this could be the spot if you're coming from out of state, especially West Coast in the Northeast. So that's something to consider. So if you're looking to move to Johns Creek or the surrounding area in Metro Atlanta, give me a call, text, or email. I'd be happy to work with you in helping you make the move here. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and get all the latest updates. I enjoy making these videos for you and providing all the insight that will help you make an informed decision about where you want to start the next chapter of your life. As always, I'm your guide to Metro Atlanta real estate. If you're wanting to work with me, again, send me a direct message. Until then, Tim Trevathan out.